August was not a good month for hiring according to a Gallup poll. No jobs were formed in August, and reports indicate that unemployment has skyrocketed to 17% in the United States. Many rallies are occurring in American cities for fight of jobs.
All right, Michelle, you want to play a game? Let's play airplane, okay?
Yeah!
All right, we've been cleared for a takeoff. And cheese up. And
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Cincinnati city government. Mass rioting has been reported in numerous areas near the city of Cincinnati and in the Covington, Kentucky area. Since 4:30 p.m., the Cincinnati and Covington police departments have reported civilians on the streets causing civil unrest and causing damage to property and injuries. The reason for the civil unrest may be linked to a recent media poll indicating that unemployment in the United States has increased to 17%. While unemployment in the state of Ohio has increased to 10.8%. Police departments in these cities affected by civil unrest are attempting to handle the situation. All residents in Cincinnati and Covington should remain indoors for the rest of this evening and avoid traveling in the streets. Because the 911 call center is experiencing an overwhelming number of calls, leave the emergency lines open to life-threatening or medical emergencies only. Those engaging in riots will be arrested. Refer to local and cable outlets on this developing situation.
Then why are you talking, Angel?
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Memphis city government. Mass rioting is occurring in the downtown area of Memphis. Civilians protesting yesterday outside City Hall for demand of jobs appears to have escalated into civil unrest, and there are reports of civilians causing damage to property. There are reports of injuries. This may relate to the rioting occurring in the cities of Cincinnati, Ohio and Covington, Kentucky yesterday, along with a recent media poll of 17% unemployment in the United States, which may have contributed to the rioting. The Memphis Police Department are attempting to handle the situation and are urging all residents to remain indoors and to stay off the streets. Those found to be participating in rioting will be arrested. Stay tuned for later updates regarding this situation.
Multiple vortex tornadoes, This is an activation of the District of Columbia Emergency Alert System. This is not a test. Reports of civil unrest continues in numerous cities throughout the United States. There have been reports of damage, injuries and loss of life due to the unrest. Due to mass civil unrest in the northwestern and southwestern areas of the District of Columbia, the Maryland and Virginia Army National Guard has been deployed to assist the Metropolitan Police Department in a mutual aid operation to restore law and order and to protect life and property. All residents of the District of Columbia are to shelter in place and avoid traveling. If you have a medical emergency, dial 911 for medical assistance. If you must travel, you must receive military or civil authorization. Those who travel with no military or civil authorization will be questioned and searched. Do not participate in this mass rioting. You will be arrested. This concludes the activation of the District of Columbia Emergency Alert System.
this stupid place?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Stand by for an administrative message from civil authorities.
Civil, military authorities and government officials have reported that mass rioting appears to have ceased in some cities across the country. It appears that the civil unrest is ending. However, some cities are still reporting incidents from the rioting. The unrest began 3 days ago after a poll suggested that the unemployment rate increased to 17%, resulting in rioting throughout much of the United States. There are reports of heavy damage, injuries and loss of life due to the civil unrest. Certain cities have not lifted curfews and few are under martial law. Refer to statements from your city government if martial law and/or curfews are still in effect. The Army National Guard in conjunction with civil authorities in affected states are still in the process of restoring law and order and protecting life and property. Several arrests were made during the rioting and those who attempt to participate in rioting will be arrested. Refer to statements from civil authorities and city government in your area.
This concludes this administrative message for the Indianapolis area. We will now return to normal programming.